what's up, y'all? It's ButtamilkB and friends. Hey, we got a special panel going on today. Right now, we have Princess Booker. We're going to give her an introduction in a minute. And then we have Blue Franswa. Crystal, the other Gemini, is going to be here in a minute. And then we also have some people that are going to stop by. So listen, this is going to be a very fun show. We're going to talk about a lot of different things, get a lot of different perspectives. And you're not going to miss it. You're not going to want to miss it. We're also going to be giving away the vacation. So to everyone who purchased my book, your name is put in a drawing. I have tagged some of you all. I know there's more. If I didn't tag you, let me know so I can go ahead and put your name in, and we'll definitely do a drawing soon. So, quick thing. I know we always talking about this. What about this Jacksonville weather? This Florida weather? What about this weather?
That's all I can do.
Right.
It's hot when it's raining.
It's right, and it's hot in the house.
Yeah.
You can feel the heat all on the other side of the house, even the door.
I like it though. I like it.
You do?
Really?
I prefer it.
This is good for your skin. Yeah. They do that.
What you trying to say?
Skin, but the way my ACD on, I don't know if I can make it there.
Lord have mercy. So listen, we're gonna go ahead and let y'all go ahead and go off for a minute so you can go ahead and grab your beverage, and then we'll be back. Everyone who is here with us live, you get the whole behind the scenes. Shh, don't tell anybody, okay?
All right.
Yes. So.
Got their phone on, turn it on vibrate. I had to turn mine on. I always leave mine on that it's rain doing the recording.
Do a quick Snapchat.
Love it.
Hold on, I gotta clean my mirror, my thing.
There
'Cause,
you
you
go.
know, I be telling people before, I be like, "Hey man, clean your little cause don't be having us looking all cloudy." Right,
What's that?
right. Let's see, real quick.
Yeah, take that. Yeah, that one's good too. Like the shoe.
Oh, you like my
I like the shoe.
Thank you. It's one of my favorite brands.
Yes,
Oh, for real?
yes.
True. We need to get a sponsorship.
Like Pumas and Adidas.
I like them too. I like that version.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Say hey. Hey. That's Princess right there. We known each other since middle school.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
I was
And
real
she is
quiet.
Yes,
I was
but you
real
were still a
quiet.
character because you could see it in your eyes that you were just absorbing it all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this blue. Yeah, we knew each other since middle school. Like, for
Yes.
real. Yeah.
And she's always been the same. Yes,
I was real quiet.
yeah, she was very quiet. But you can see her taking it all. Just. You know, I seen. I was like, oh snap!
Yeah. Oh yeah. I came out my shell.
Oh snap!
Came out my shell a little bit.
Yes, just it was like, you know.
Ooh, I won't say that.
Hold on. Okay. All right.
And we're back. So we was just chopping it up a little bit. So like I said, Buttamilk and Friends is about networking and finding the masterpiece of your network. So I would say, like, in a way, I'm a master networker because I'm constantly moving and talking to people, even though I have a social battery. And when I get overwhelmed, I'm ready to go. I don't want to talk to another soul, and then I go away for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. I might maybe longer than that. Because a lot of people be like, "Hey, where'd she go?" I'm gone because I'm like, okay, I'll talk to way too many people. I'm ready to go. So I know some of y'all like that too. Admit it. It's okay. We're not gonna judge you. Okay. So And I've always been like that. So just to give y'all a little bit of background, Princess and I, we go back since middle school.
Okay.
Middle school. May Pope. You know what I'm saying? And I was real quiet. I was really quiet, really reserved. I was still a little feisty though, you know, just a little bit. Not at all. Not me. not Buttamilk. What's up, Robert McCray? Robert McCray is in the building. What's going on? And Blue and I, we go back to, man, that was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
All right. And we looking good.
Right.
Looking good for the skin.
Right. So, I didn't even think about that. That was before the kids. Goodness. Yeah, so the network is important. So with my network, I want to show y'all how this actually works. So, since Princess here is one of my oldest friends in my network, I would like to introduce her to you all, and I would like for her to tell you a little bit about herself.
Okay. Well, my name is Princess Booker. I am a native of Jacksonville, Florida. I did move around a bit in my early years of life, and I'm also a CPA, certified accountant, and I own Clear Visions Global Corp that's been around for about 15 years now. I'm a newly published author.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yes, it's a biography, and it tells a childhood story from my perspective growing up in the city of Jacksonville during the 80s, which was, you know, a very interesting time for the city.
Right.
You know, and growing through those things and experiencing that life as a young lady and developing into a woman, a mother, entrepreneur, developing a career, and so that's who I am.
Yes. Y'all, and she's a Gemini.
That too. Yes.
So let's go ahead and Blue Franswa, let's go ahead and introduce you.
My name is Blue Franswa. I was born in Haiti, migrated to Jacksonville at a very young age, probably like 5 or 6. I've been here ever since. Traveled a lot, and I was really, when I met Bernicia, I was into like poetry and music, and so I was already popular for just networking, and my thing, when I picked up the photography, it wasn't like a talent. It was just like a need to survive. So so my mentor, which was light years beyond photography, his name was Mr. Bogart. He very very good. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, he thinks I'm better than him now, and I was just thinking like, he got images that I still can't reduplicate or do. But anyway, he had got
Shout
into
out
some.
Bogart.
Yeah, shout out Mr. Bogart.
Yes.
He got into some legal troubles, and I was put in a position to continue the business. So I ended up having to learn photography fast because his name was at the height of his career, and he had got incarcerated. So I had to continue the business. So I had to act like I was already there and popping and this, you know what I'm saying? And so I was already a networker because my father was into sales and radio, and my mother she loved selling things and making things. So I was always because I'm an older man, I don't want to say social butterfly, but a social person. I'll say that. But I used to always go around. Like, matter of fact, what's up, Robert McCray? I used to go. What's up, Seven?
Seven's on here.
I used to go places and just meet people and not necessarily tell them about me, but I was always trying to learn more about people and how I can incorporate what they do and what I would like to do. So I was always doing events. I was always bringing people together, and so when I picked up photography, I started capturing people. I started displaying people, and and started promoting people. So photography kind of came second nature with who I was as a person. Because a lot of people just be calling me a photographer, but because I just feel so much more than that, I don't want to be like...
You're a creator.
Yeah.
You're an artist, and it's an art form as well.
Yeah.
So
and being able to capture a person and see when I take pictures and things like that, and I see artwork, photography, I look for the depth. What was the artist? What was the man behind or woman behind the camera thinking when they caught it? And then I also think about the model. What were they? You know, because when I have art, my house is full of art. You know, from photography to hand drawn, and you know, what they call it.
Mixed media, what?
Mixed media, and I love art, you know, in all forms. So yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's a little bit about me. I'm like a jack of all trades.
So what's your favorite? Thing?
You know what's crazy?
What?
We live.
We live. And Melissa's watching Melissa Maxwell and
I've been
Celery.
I've been doing photography for 15 years, and there's this guy named John C. Maxwell. Y'all look him up. John C. Maxwell. He talks about leadership. He talks about being a better leader and serving people to be a better leader. And so I was like, you know, like I recently did photos with Bernicia, and
plug this. He actually he shot the cover. I know I'll be tagging him in there. He shot the cover of my book, and that photo is on the cover of the album by Bing Bada Boom. And listen, if there's some things, we got some more pictures coming out, but we got some more after that. But I'm gonna tell you, if this thing is gonna be thinging pretty soon, like. Anybody who's with me now, they gonna be with me. Don't try to come on later on, and you know they'll be like, "Oh,
I knew her when."
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
You left. Bye. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody, I'm talking about even the ones like years ago.
I remember
hey,
when.
girl. You know we gonna I remember you.
Listen,
I remember.
Yeah.
So, but all I can say is, you know, he did his thing. He did the Thug Thizzle.
You seen the new one?
No, I haven't seen the new one.
But that new one, yeah, you ain't.
I sent you a sneak peek.
You sent me a sneak peek.
Yeah,
I post that. But
you did?
No, I didn't yet. I wanted to talk to you first before I posted
it. Yeah. I'll send it to you. But anyway, when I was working with her, it didn't feel like work. It just was like my goal was not to necessarily, you know, like most people when they take pictures, they snap, they just, you know. But I was just trying to figure out what would be the best image to elevate her brand or that, you know, personality and stuff like that. But anyway, I was saying all that to say this: when I was working with her, I didn't think about where I was mentally at. You know what I'm saying? Because where I'm mentally at, it's like I'm over photography, but it's only because certain people bring out, you know, like a place I don't want to be at. Like for instance, if I had a young lady complain about something that I did, right? But she wanted to do something with me that didn't fit her.
Gotcha.
And I didn't want to be disrespectful and say, hey, baby, this ain't going to work for you. Your clothes don't look good. Your hair's a mess. Your makeup, you should have got it professionally done. I have a makeup artist. I have a hairstylist. I could recommend you other people. But I didn't want to be nasty. But I said, okay, hey, you know, I just said, hey, you know what? Let's do another shoot because this ain't it. Because you know, don't shop at like for me. It's like if I'm gonna buy a nice car, I'm not gonna buy a regular used tires. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So if you're gonna take pictures with me, don't go to
respect who I am. Respect who I am in my craft. You know, you paved the way for a lot in the city, and your work is recognizable. You know, so I would never come to you and have stuff. I'm so serious. I would never do that. And then I will ask questions. You know, this is my idea. You know, what do you think? Because you're the master in your craft. You know, and I.
But that's the problem. If somebody want to pay you for something, sometimes they don't care what I think. And so that's why I say, I don't want to be a slave to your money. I'm paying you this, so this is what I want.
I refund it.
And you know what? I had to learn that too because I had somebody trying to do me like that, and I said,
what you mean?
So I was working on their brand.
Yeah.
Because I did like
I
did everything. You know what I'm saying? So I was like trying to work on their brand, and they were like, "Oh, I want it like this," and I was like, "But that might not completely work." Like, you know what I'm saying? And somebody else was like, "They're paying you, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and they were like, "But you got to do what they want you to do." And I was like, "But it's
your name."
I said, "But it's going to create more work for me."
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that because then I got to undo whatever we're about to do. And respectfully, I'm like, okay, you know what? That little piece right there, you can get somebody else to do that.
And I don't mind.
And so then during that time frame, they were like, you don't listen. And I was like, it's stupid. And I was telling that to somebody, not to them.
Right.
But I was just, I was saying it to one of my partners. And we was like, we just got to do it. I'm like, but it's not going to work. We did it. Because sometimes you just got to show people. And it's okay. So we actually, we showed them. It failed miserably. And I was like, I don't want to put my name on. Don't say that I did it. Because
that's what I said. So that's very important to me. I turn away clients as an accountant. Because people come to me with these super ideas, and I'm like, that's not what's on paper. And that's not what I'm hearing from you. And I'm tracking the data. I love numbers, and I love forecasting and researching. So I'm always going to try to see if I can do it. If I can't do it, I don't need your money. If you're trying to throw your money at me, I don't. I don't work that way. And I used to, when I started out, but an entrepreneur, trying to get my name out there, trying to get new clients and things like that. I was very eager to please. But it was compromising.
Right.
Of one, my integrity, what I stand for, and I was like, you know what?
All money ain't good money, and that's why they say you do the consultation first.
Yeah.
You do the consultation first, and then you decide if you want to take on that client.
Yes.
So, but I had to learn that the hard way because I was like, oh, I get this client, I get that. I was like, oh shoot,
because they measure your success by your clientele.
Right, but then you get the bad client, and the bad client will mess you up, and it'll ruin your name. So you always have to try to keep a good face card. If it's not personality, it could be personalities that don't match. It could be so many different things. But at the same time, you gotta pick your battles. Yeah. So guess what? We gonna come back in a moment. We gonna come back, and I'm gonna tell y'all a little extra thing for my panelists that got to experience. And Miss KG is gonna come in, and we are so excited. So see y'all in a minute. Bye.
Why did everybody just laugh?
No, because
he's crazy. I'm like, see, you didn't catch when I done that oh yeah, it's time to get out that signal.
Look, KG is about to come in, everybody just went to laughing.
No, because
he was like,
yep.
And I'm laughing because I don't watch you on camera. I'm like,
it is for the time.
You can stand up. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely.
Exactly. You can stand up.
So we're gonna play a song. Pick a song on my album. Pick a song.
Crush. I like Crush.
Like
and
Crush?
I like Dark Fire.
Okay. Look. See, I listen to my album. That's what I'm talking about.
I like Dark Fire.
Okay. Which one do you want to hear?
I like what's the one that I like?
You said Heartless.
I like Heartless.
Excuse me. Jeremiah.
I like Vulnerability.
Then go get your teeth on phones. I haven't heard Heartless.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
I listened to the whole album a few times after she left, and then
Wow.
let y'all hear the song. So MGZ. Now again, so I did a docu-reality show. I started doing it.
Yep.
And it was called Diamonds in the Rough. I'm gonna do it again.
okay.
And I'm going to be showcasing different business professionals in the city. And I'm going to and I actually met Crystal right before I met you. No, she had just graduated from high school. Yeah.
When you started working with Quentin National? Or was
That was me. That was me. That was us.
With John?
Yes. No, she never met me.
Is this still live?
Yes.
I'm glad I ain't say no names.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We live.
Hold on, I gotta add Dominique to this thing. Oh, you gonna do their names?
What's the,
Okay, you got the list,
what is to choose from?
huh?
What are you choosing from?
Drawing? Good on the
It's gotta be
drawing.
like three different. It's gotta be like three different things. You gotta pick like based on your. We
We're
talked
gonna
about
do
it,
two today.
but we didn't put. Oh, you put like.
I gotta add Dominique to the
You got your other phone? Oh wait, no. Krista, do you mind just getting like a quick like 8-second
So
I can put on my story?
So anybody that purchased a book is
No, where you
put
sitting
into
at?
this
When we started recording.
into this drawing. So if you're on the live, stay on the live. Stay on the live. Stay on the live. 'Cause
Wait, she got an iPhone though.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Right.
That was good. you know your
Who
video
else,
better, but once you send it to me, it ain't gonna be better.
Yeah, so that was Crush, y'all. I hope you liked it. MG's a Phenomenon did that. Okay, let me tell y'all a little bit about my book. Oh, hold on, let me go get the book so y'all can look at it real quick.
When you had
Listen, it's some real spirit
appreciate
right
it.
here.
When she texted me and said I got a gift for you, I was like, oh, he's gonna give me a book. Oh.
Listen. Nah, I feel so.
But you gave me a vacation.
All right, so let me tell you this. For my panelists that came today, we gave them a vacation because that's what we do. So if I ever personally call you and I say I got something special for you, come through. I mean, it would behoove you to come through.
Show up.
You know what I'm saying? Show if you can. I know other people have other plans at different times, and that's okay. But they came, so they got a vacation. And where did you pick?
Cape Cod.
She been over here daydreaming about this Cape Cod trip. And where did you pick?
I'm still deciding.
Okay, she's still deciding. Okay, so so this my book. So hey, so check this out. I am naturally like I said before, Princess knows. I was very, very quiet in high school. Well, I was very quiet in school. Period.
Yeah.
I was very shy. I was an introvert, and I used to write. Poetry as a way for me to escape. And I was scared for people to read my words so much that I actually had a book this thick, and I started breaking out and allowing people to read my book. And there's one person that actually sat down in the middle of a party and read my whole and read my book, and I was like, oh my gosh, and it read everything, and I was like, well, thank you.
Wow.
And so when that happened, I was like, well, I might have something going on here. So I had told my grandmother that I was going to go ahead and write my poetry book or write a book. And I was still afraid for people to hear my thoughts because I honestly, during that time frame, I thought my words didn't count and I didn't matter. And partially some of that came, and I'm going to be real honest about this, it was because I was a little chocolate girl in Alabama during that time frame. And being, when you get to a point where you think that your words don't matter and you take that along with you as you get older, and then when you try to speak, it's like you're being silenced. And it was just so much for me that I would try to speak and have people understand me and listen to me, and it was like sometimes I felt like my words didn't matter. And so it was a thing for me it was a hurdle for me to finally write my book, and I wrote it, and I actually wrote it. I had to design it, so I graphically designed everything myself. I didn't know if I was doing it right. And and when I wanted every page to be its own vibe. So every page is a whole vibe.
It's definitely given.
Okay, it's in full color, baby. So you're gonna go on a journey. And on top of that, it's very relatable to different things in your life that you might have, that you might go through. So
You said this a long time ago.
yeah, I did that with High Def. Yeah.
What about this one?
That one was with Sean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's only you three whose images I use in there. Period. Yeah. So because I did model as well. So some of the topics that we're gonna talk about are gonna derive from this book. So listen, I'm gonna need y'all to get a book. We're gonna start our own book club.
Yes.
Because we smart and we do read. So besides this, I also have my album, which y'all can check out and listen to. And you know what? I'm gonna do a giveaway right now.
All right.
We're gonna do a giveaway. So everybody alive, what's going on? So we're gonna do a giveaway. Come on, Crystal. Come on in. Come on.
Come on in.
Come on. The price is right.
He made a whole beat.
Yeah.
Who been working on that booty at the gym? Point no fingers.
So we have the other Gemini. So we got, what's your sign?
Cancer.
Ooh, oh.
Oh, so Gemini Council?
Yeah.
Why that happen like that? What day is her birthday?
Ooh,
Oh,
Lord. Hers May 23rd. So look, May 23rd,
My whole
June
side is
12th, June 16th, July the...
No, June 27th.
June 27th. Okay.
I'm
He close.
17.
He close.
All right.
You know.
I'm going to cut a people in the back. 17.
Right, so we're going to have... let me shake
At
this
least
up.
you're in June.
Yes, in June. Yeah, that's why we can accept you.
Cancer part, I don't know about that. I think I'll let you be
We're
great.
gonna let you be great.
I'm a good kind.
All right, so go ahead, pull a name, pick a name.
What is this for?
A drawing.
For what?
And we'll see in a minute. Huh?
Oh, I thought we said it on the
Oh, let's see who's winning today.
Latasha Gaines.
Latasha Gaines.
Latasha Sandalwood.
Guess what, Miss Gaines? I don't know if you're on there right now, but listen, I said you must be present to win, but hey, guess what?
Who won? My sis.
So
Sandalwood.
guess what Latasha gets?
Let's talk about it.
So Latasha purchased the book. She posted the book. So with the purchase and the posting and everything else, guess what? You ain't really got to be here right now, but guess what? You was promoting me. So we're gonna give you you get a vacation too. Ow. So
I'm happy I got to pick your name. Take me
right,
with
right.
you.
So if you aren't on here right now, you're gonna check this out later. You're gonna be like, oh my God, we already know how you gonna be. So
Yes. Yes.
So hey, great. All right, so let's see. Now, so we're gonna pick a topic.
Tasha. I'll put your name over there somewhere.
So we're gonna pick a topic to talk about, right? Let's see. Close your
The
eyes.
motherfucking process.
Oh,
Wait.
okay. We're gonna talk about that then. The motherfucking process. So in my book, I have the chapters, right? And the motherfucking process is about trusting the process and struggling through the process. Listen, that process can have you in a chokehold from hell, and you feel like there ain't no way out. Now, all of us are entrepreneurs, okay? Some of us are serial entrepreneurs
Without the milk.
and without the milk. So with us being entrepreneurs, listen, this junk gets real hard. But it don't even just start. It's not even just in entrepreneurship. It's in life, period. We're all parents. We have all been through different things in our life. So the process, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a process. Talking about the wrestler. The wrestler is talking about fighting them demons, fighting them things that's coming up against you, that's trying to bring you down.
To rock bottom.
We ain't gonna have no church up in here, but that is definitely something that is, that has been going on, has happened with each other. Can one of y'all give us an example, or if you want to expound on that?
On the process?
On the process.
I'll start. So
With entrepreneurism?
Hey, it's a life entrepreneurship.
yeah, I at the height of my career, I was at a studio called Studio 3E downtown, and I had 2 separate spaces. Financially, I was making a lot of money at the time, and I was so comfortable. Comfortable with where I was at.
Here we are.
I stopped taking accountability of my finances. I was just doing wild stuff, and I was getting comfortable. One day, they shut the whole studio down, sold the whole building, and because I was comfortable, I wasn't prepared for me losing a building. And not only did I lose a building, I lost my deposit. I lost years of work.
That
building.
I love. That was wondering what happened with that.
So they bought the whole building. The person who owned it died, and everybody had to get out. Like there was a person who spent like $20,000-$30,000 worth of renovations in it. You had to get out. Like it didn't matter. Like,
What?
They bought the whole building.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so the process was, I wasn't prepared for, and somebody had just a business coach was telling me, in an entrepreneur, you need to prepare for hard times.
Absolutely.
And I didn't. I was
Right.
comfortable.
Right.
And they said, once you become too comfortable and complacent, something's going to push you and shift you to grow, to get out of that comfort zone. So anyway, real quick, so once I lost that building, I didn't have a backup plan. And then at the time, again, I was making a lot of money, but because I wasn't prepared, I had lost a lot of money. Because they didn't give us our deposit back. All the furniture, we had to get stores immediately. I had to move, had to pay people, had to take stuff down. And so anyway, so when I found another building, because I was so in a rush to have something, I lost $30,000 with the new building. And never in my life have I ever lost that kind of money. So it was shocking, like to lose $30,000. Like it was tough. Like I felt defeated. But I didn't know that was preparing me to prepare. Because I was like $30,000. My daughter was about to graduate, and I had to dip into my savings for her.
It's humbling.
I had to, and then it was crazy. And then I had lost one of my muse. Her name was Charity, a very popular model. She was killed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And so I was like in a whole different realm. Like I was just like, but then I remember me and Bernice had a conversation, and I remember that I was chosen to experience tough times, so that way once I get through it, I can tell someone, I can help somebody. Once I get through that, and somebody was saying, for positive affirmation, to say, once you get through this, you're gonna see your blessing. So you gotta keep telling yourself, once I get through this, I'm gonna see my blessing. No matter how hard, how tough it is, you gotta keep telling yourself that.
Right.
So that was my process.
Krista? We're gonna come back to you.
No, I'm ready. I just had to get ready.
Okay.
Because the process is not for the weak.
Right, it's so late.
So, to go through it is one thing, but to talk about it.
No, that's the truth.
When you at the point where you can talk about it, that means you are mentally. Come on now, let that wind go. Yeah. You are mentally in a place, spiritually in a place where you like, you know what, that was my past. That's what I did. I learned from that. I tripped on that concrete, popped some teeth out, but I was able to pick them up, put them back in. I ain't died. I ain't get no concussion.
Right.
I was able to get back up.
Right.
So, complacency. Let's talk about that. I'm not going to talk about the business side because everybody expects me to do that. So what I'm going to do is say what I've learned from being complacent, because you can be complacent in relationships as well.
Yeah.
And when you are comfortable, just because I'm so used to having this person next to me all the time, and I know that they're not for me, and I've realized that. But you know what? They're here. Just because they're here, I'm gonna hold on to them. And God says, I don't want to let it go. Well, it's not where you're supposed to be. And if you want to succeed and you want to proceed, you have to heed and let it go. And it's hard, but you know you're supposed to let it go, and you just keep it to yourself. And you like, okay, well, let me sweep this under the rug. The rug pile is this big. So if you got OCD like me, you're gonna be like, rug. Clean it up. Get these kids out here. Get the vacuum, the broom. We are getting rid of this. And the word no is the strongest word ever. Especially when you're used to saying yes because you're comfortable in saying yes because of selfish reasons, which is also holding you back. So the process was identify, do not deny. Perseverance is real.
And so you went through all of this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So non-denial, acceptance, and taking off those gray or those black and white glasses to see people's true colors. Because it's not that you don't see the picture, you just decide not to. You're also in that tunnel where you see the light at the end, but then you're in the dark because you closed your eyes. Well, you can't see if your eyes are closed. So the minute you open your eyes, you see the tunnel at the end. The light at the end of the tunnel. So it's you that's holding yourself back when you decide to become complacent, when you decide to be comfortable with your situation and your circumstance, and it's God that says, that ain't why I made you. That ain't what your purpose is. So you need to leave that alone in order to pursue what I have for you. So been there, done that, and prevailing.
Okay. So
that's the rainbow.
So Miss Princess, whatever the rainbow means to you.
Yeah, it's happy.
Happiness.
After the storm, after the rain.
Right,
Joy.
exactly.
Yes.
So Miss Princess, you got a whole book about this.
About the process?
About the process.
The process?
The process is the princess's process.
Yes. So, I can relate to both, because I don't really share this. I haven't shared this publicly.
Who's special?
Who got the tea? Who got?
I haven't shared this publicly, but we're going to talk about a process.
Okay.
And I'm tied into business and personal.
Okay.
And,
You do that one?
long story short, and then I'm tied in, I end up losing $250,000.
Oh, you got me.
God.
Yeah.
Dang.
I would have passed out.
Almost lost my mind. Miss Sophia said, sit in that jail. Sit in that jail about to rock the devil. Listen. I was like, wait a minute.
What a fan at?
I was out here spreading my wings.
Dog ain't right. I know this book.
Message.
Right.
When I saw it, I was like,
that's right.
I was out here spreading my wings. So many things had happened in my life growing up, and I had healed from it, delivered from it. I felt strong, empowered, victorious. I just want to share it with everybody.
Come on, girl. We're ready.
I got so much to give. My heart is open. My mind is clear.
Okay.
You know what? That's a good name for my business, Clear Visions. I'm going to name it Clear Visions, and we're going to change some lives, and we're going to bring this. I want to take everybody with me.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. Then
That'd be the problem.
That's hard.
Everybody can't come with you, and that.
You
Go
want people
ahead.
to treat you like you treat them.
Reciprocity.
Right.
Yes.
And the age where you were talking about in Jacksonville, the artistic age of the city back in that time, and when you were modeling, and I saw you striking beautiful. I saw your artwork, brother, and it was captivating to walk through and see us. I remember that vibe. So I come back home. I done lived in New England, Alabama, some everywhere, because I'm a nomad.
Right.
So I said, you know what? I'm gonna take all this. I'm gonna bring it home, and I'm gonna share it with my people. Kumbaya. Jeez.
Oh, God.
And here I am. Come on, we can do it. What do you need, brother? What do you need, sister? I got it. What do you need, brother? And they say, be a cheerful giver. And I was giving from what I thought was the overflow. Now I'm a single mother. I have 3 children. I have 2 grandchildren. You know, so my house is good. I see my bank account. I see my savings account. I see the business account. I'm good.
Right.
But I'm meeting people that had creative minds, and they were beautiful. You know, I saw their beauty. And sometimes people know that they have a talent, but there are times when people can take that understanding of their talent and try to finagle you.
Yeah,
You know, and like you were saying, that you can go through these things with blinders on or these gray areas, and all because your heart is in good posture. You know, so you're shaking hands with a brother or a sister and everything, and you're thinking it's a brother or a sister, and it's a snake. And you know, it's a snake, and then you don't understand it why they're snake like this, and you're like, you know what? Maybe if I just love them a little bit.
We gonna.
And this is
Girl,
listen.
look,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Wait, what? Did you just point at me?
I didn't.
You would.
I was gonna say something, but I ain't her.
Business and
Don't hear
personal.
from me.
That's in business and personal. You can like.
Not
you
that
can
you
try
was
to
the snake.
love. Come on.
You was the person giving
Yes.
and getting snaked.
And
Yes.
You know what I saw on that?
Jesus.
I saw this thing. It was I was watching these reels late at night, and they were saying this lady had a pet snake.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
And it would
She
curl
sleep
up
with the snake,
yeah.
Absolutely.
and the snake wouldn't eat.
Yes.
And so she took the snake to the vet and told her, my snake won't eat. And he said, that's because he's waiting to eat you. He's making room. You know? So, in that, I was like, wow, that's that experience I had, you know, with these people. They're hungry. And you're just as hungry as them, but you have something that can bring it all together.
Right.
And they see that about you. They see your light.
Because sometimes they can see your light before
Or you
you can
can.
see them, because they have gotten so good at spotting this out, because a lot of people are just in survival mode.
Yeah.
So they're trying to survive, so they're able to see.
They want to eat.
Exactly. So they will get their sweet lick or whatever they think that they're getting.
And it almost I'm telling you, this thing crippled me into a place where I'm a highly educated woman, and I value myself in that place. And I work really hard on that, and the way my approach to people, my approach to life, my understanding. I work really hard on just being a better person, a better woman. And when I was in this place and I was losing money, and then people were taking and leaving and stealing my data and going to share it with all these people, and I'm on social media, I'm watching all my information, copyrighted data, by the way, trademark data, by the way. I'm on social media, I'm watching my stuff just go viral. And I'm like, okay, so what do I do? I know where they live. I'm licensed to carry. How could they do me like that?
Right.
Take that at the coat.
You say, listen.
No, she's black fine. She
Listen, I'm
your main.
suited and
She's
booted.
right.
All black everything. My mind going back now. And I'm like, I work too hard to come out of these dark places. I don't want to be in the trenches no more, because I know who I am there.
Right,
I have overcome those things, so how can I do this? And it didn't make sense to me. And I went in my bank and I saw this money missing, and the man I was in a relationship with, he was a major culprit, you know, in the whole process. And I'm like,
He too be moving.
nobody thought about I had to feed my children.
And they never do.
Process.
right.
So now I got to go tell my babies, listen, I ain't got it, and we got to move. I got to file bankruptcy. Now picture being a CPA going before a trustee in bankruptcy, telling them that you got to file bankruptcy because you done lost $250,000. That's embarrassing. And then you got people depending on you. You're their CPA, so they're depending on you to be self-aware and professionally aware. And now you got to.
But you in multiple areas.
the blessing that came out of that is that that's something that you can share with another person.
And
so
you
that
ain't in
they
jail.
don't
Who
have-
ain't in jail?
Right. And the fact that regardless, even if anybody wanted to try to say it and throw that up in your face, oh baby, I already know what not to do. You don't know yet.
So I could tell you, I could school you, and I could give you information, so you don't have to go down that
The
road
road.
yourself. And that's what's important about
The
the
process.
process.
Thank
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come right back, and I'm gonna tell about my story.
Yeah.
Nope, we
About the
skipped her. You
motherfucking
thought she
process.
wasn't gonna say nothing.
Right in full circle.
Yeah,
Backwards.
damn.
You ain't in jail. Who ain't in jail?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play another song.
Baby, yeah. Mm-mm-mm.
You know what time it is.
What time?
I do.
What time?
8:31.
What are we?
He gotta start working.
I can't work out.
Oh, what's happening?
So
Yeah.
we finna talk about diamonds in the rough though.
Oh,
Go ahead, listen. So when you come back, it's already recorded.
I felt the pressure and I felt the pain. I heard them laugh when they said my name. I've cried in the dark, in the light, stone cold face, breaking through the bricks thrown my way. Still dancing, exuding with positivity. See, I'm a diamond blessed. My visions, some can't see. Hungry, ambitious, and knowledge seeking. A queen building dynasties to see the seeds of my seeds. I'm a savage in my heart, fulfilling my dreams. I've already died 100 deaths before seeing clearly. I'm a diamond in the rough. The pressure created me, yes. I'm a diamond in the rough. A diamond in the rough. A diamond in the rough.
hey, hey,
I'm a diamond in the rough. I'm feeling myself. You can't fuck with me. Been through it all. You watch me fall. The pressure created me. Pressure created me. Been through it all. You watch me fall. The pressure created me.
Oh, see?
The lady writing the play. About my book.
So listen.
yeah. It's very
So that song in itself, okay, it's very relatable. But before we talk about that, I'm gonna do one other drawing.
Okay.
Okay.
And these are people who purchased the book.
Right.
You want to win a vacation?
So we're gonna have two people drawn this time. Okay. They purchased the book. All right. So Miss Princess, pull a name. Close your eyes. Pull a name. Okay. Blue Franswa.
Oh.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes and pull a name. Okay. All right. So go ahead and open it up.
Who you got?
Shykla
Holmes.
Holmes. What? Go Shy. Hey.
You know Shakla?
No.
Oh.
You know Shykla?
No. I
Oh,
like the
okay.
name.
I like it too. I didn't want to say
Yeah.
say it
the wrong way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got
right.
chocolate
Okay.
on my feet. You owe me. You owe me so.
Hey.
She got a vacation.
You know you got a vacation. All right, let's see. Who you got,
There
Blue?
we go. Tara Edwards.
What? Go Tara. That's she from Sandalwood. She
Oh,
went to
that's
Sandalwood.
Hey, no, baby.
They were sleeping on Sandalwood for a long time.
Right. Okay. So we got Latasha, we got Tara, we got Shykla. We got one more drawing after this, okay? All right. So we're talking about trusting the process and everything else. So Diamond in the Rough came from a really dark, I was in a really hard space. Okay. I wrote this poem in 2015, I think. 2015. I had been through some stuff during that time frame. A lot of times, people, you quiet. I'm a good natured person, just as well as Princess was saying. I meet a lot of people because I'm a good person, and so there are some people that want to take advantage of people that are good, or they think that they're weaker. So, it gets to a point to where if you know that you're a type of person, though, because you can be a good person, you can be a kind person, but there's points where people just, you don't want to mess with them on certain levels.
That's right.
Okay? Because sometimes people being delivered out of spaces.
Come on.
Okay?
Don't meet people at the bottom of the mud
So,
and wonder why you're dirty. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
right. So, there was a point. There was a point when I was younger where when I was talking about feeling the pressure and feeling the pain and everything else. When I was growing up, I was bullied a lot. So because I was bullied a lot, I also learned there was a point to where I was overly, like, you know, when anybody did anything to me, it was gonna get handled one way or the other. So so it was just like I was just in a space to where I could if after a while after I had enough, I'm gonna lash out. And I had to really go through a point to where as I got older, I had to learn to come, you know, and I talk to my grandma a lot. So, right. So I ended up moving closer to my grandmother. And when I moved closer to my grandmother, we found out within 2 months of me moving closer to her that she had cancer. So I'm her namesake. And by the time that had happened, the month before that, and we're talking about as soon as I got around her, I lost all my possessions that I had right at that point, because where I moved, they stole all my stuff. And then I got into a car accident, so I suffered a head injury, and during that time frame, I couldn't work. So I couldn't work a regular job, so I was just out there like trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I couldn't have my children during that time frame because I wasn't stable because I couldn't work a regular job because I was still trying to recover from my injuries. Now, on the surface, people think because you look a certain way that you're fine. You're fine. No, I was having issues and problems like cognitively and everything else like that, because that was my fourth concussion. Okay. And we're talking about fourth concussion in 4 years. So, and if anybody knows anything about concussions, if you know anything about sports and football, I would have been taken out. Period. I would have lost everything. So, by that time, I was very sharp before that. I wasn't as sharp as I was. So, it got to a point where now I'm questioning myself and questioning my self-worth. I'm questioning how good I am. The one thing that I knew that I had during that time is I had looks. So guess what I did?
You know it's hard out here for the piano.
What I did. So that's how I ended up in the movies.
All right.
That's how I ended up in the movies.
How you
Guess
ended up in the
what?
movies?
Because I had a look.
You had a look.
I had a look.
And
So
it was an exotic, serious look.
right. So every time they saw me, they was like, "Hold on a second." They was like, "Okay, put her right here." So that's how I ended up in night school. That's what I was also on. Stars, and yeah, I was on Stars. They kept trying to put me like, you know, in a way where I'm like in the view of the camera or something like that. Because of that, Queen Latifah is my cousin, by the way. Hey, Queen. She ain't gonna admit it right now, but
You'll see.
right. But I have been acting and stuff from a while ago since I was a child. But anyway, long story short, there was points and times where when I say I lost everything, I lost my grandmother. I had a relationship. Wait a minute. But anyway, during that time frame, lost that. I lost all my belongings. I lost all my possessions. I lost everything. So when I lost everything, it was to a point to where I was like questioning. I honestly questioned God, because I was like, "What are you trying to tell me? Because this ain't right, nor is this fair." The fact that I don't have anything anymore. I lost everything. I lost my mind, because I'm not as sharp anymore. I was questioning myself, and it took me a while to build up. I got in at one point. I started getting better. I started getting sharper because I started to practice, and I was using my craft and my creativity to help build and bridge everything back together. I had people questioning my ability to do things, and y'all seen me and known me for a long time. I was working during those time frames. I was working 2 and 3 jobs. We were doing jobs, promoted and marketing and everything else, and we would end up trying to go to Denny's to eat because we didn't even hardly eat during the day, and we would fall asleep in Denny's at the table. Yeah, wow, listen, we cause in Jacksonville we had the first female street team.
Sure did.
Regardless of what somebody trying to talk about another female was the first, they was not the first, and the person that did it knew that we were the first female street team.
And we didn't sleep with nobody to get in free.
Thank you. Oh, not saying that they did.
I don't know what they did. I'm saying I don't know what they did.
What
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying
saying.
is, what I'm saying, we didn't, and we didn't have to, because the work that we did, you know, and we filled up venues. We did our thing. We did our thing because we.
I remember that.
Right, you know what I'm
remember
saying?
that.
We was doing our thing. And what ended up kind of stopping that or whatever, because we ended up having our babies. And then that's when people were questioning our ability, because we were moms.
Oh.
And now we're females, we got to prove ourselves. And wrong. This might have been was born. Thanks. So then after that, it was proving our point that we had something going on, and everybody had to see it, and did. So,
and that wasn't the only thing we was doing. Besides, we was just not a street team.
Right.
We was a street team with other stuff going on.
Right.
So who's part of BMW and Versatile Entertainment? All this stuff was going on at the same time.
Right.
We danced out of town.
yeah, open up for major acts.
We did. We would shoot. T.I. opened up for us.
Right.
T-Pain opened up for us.
Twice.
And got a Sprite bottle thrown in his head. Don't do it. Never mind. Let me. I'm not doing
But,
it.
so anyway, you know, sometimes you got to look back at what you've done so you can remember who you are.
That's
Yes.
right.
And that way, when you start changing and improving yourself, then you can see, okay, guess what? Now I can just build on that, and I don't have to be that person again, because now I'm evolving into the next person.
on.
And that's where we have to trust the process, because trusting the process is evolution.
The mother.
Listen. Come on, say it again.
The mother
Process, right? Because let me tell you something. I had over the past 2 years, I acquired some anxiety. I acquired some anxiety because I went through a whole period. So somebody, Margaret, asked me. She was talking about my daughter. Okay, so I never talked about this really on camera, but at the end of 2022, so October 31st, which is on Halloween, my daughter got really sick and went to the hospital. They were sticking her, like the nurse was like, he was sticking her like she was like a, you know, yeah, and I was like, okay, she's just having a whole bunch of reactions. Within 2 weeks, my daughter's health started declining, and we found out when I was first going on vacation, she ended up going into the hospital, and she was in there. She was in the hospital for over about a week. But during that time frame, I was on vacation. Okay, so when I was on vacation for my job, I'm literally at the hospital with her that whole time, and I didn't leave. We found out that my daughter had nephritis, which is, she had nephritis, and she had lupus.
Whoa.
Now, mind you, in the beginning, we didn't know that she had, like, you know, she was completely healthy. She's hardly ever been sick ever in her life. And that time, that was the sickest she's ever been in her life. It came out of nowhere like this. So there was a couple of signs that they were talking about, how there's a couple of signs that showed me. And this is, again, part of the process, because during that time frame, I would tell the doctors, I'm like, something don't seem right. Like, she's having some reactions, like her whole face broke out one time and it started swelling. Okay? So her whole face swelled up, and she had a whole bunch of, she broke out in hives. So we were thinking that maybe she was just allergic to something around. She was, however, that was one of the signs. So even when I took her to the doctor and I was telling them, something is wrong. This is not, whatever you tell them, oh, she has allergies. And I'm like, this ain't no allergies, it's something else. And I would keep advocating for my daughter, and they would just keep telling me, oh, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. And I was like, okay. So at that point, when we were in the hospital, and I was telling the doctor, we need to do a panel on her and see what she has. Now, her godmother was like, ask him to check her for lupus.
Oh, wow.
Because she had lupus.
Wow.
Now, the two instances that I ended up seeing having with lupus was there was a young lady that I know that she actually passed away. She was like 22, 23. Her nickname was Chucky. And she had two girls, but she passed away from lupus. And then, of course, her godmother, and then my aunt actually, I found out later on that my aunt actually has lupus. So, but I never knew anything about it. When we were in the hospital, I'm begging the doctor, I'm like, can you just check her? He was telling me no. He was like, no, I'm not going to check her because she don't have it. And I said, something told me to be like, all right, just chill and wait. So, of course, doctors have their rotations.
Yeah, they got there, yeah.
Right. So this particular doctor, he rotated out, and then a new doctor came in. And this new doctor, he was more receptive because my daughter felt like nobody was listening to her either.
Right.
She was 17 years old. She was in the height of her high school year. She didn't get to do her last performance during majorette season because she ended up that day. Her legs started swelling up. She had severe edema in her legs. She couldn't walk. It was just really bad. It was really bad. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So, yeah.
That's no.
Seeing my baby like that, that was really hard on me. And the fact that the doctor told me, she was like, I don't even know why those doctors told you. They told me that she had something else. And she was like, I don't even know why those doctors told you that. You need to take your daughter to the ER right now. Because she.
Yeah.
So,
You never know how strong a person really is, because I don't mean to interrupt you, sis, but I'm going to tell you, I've always admired you.
thank you.
I've always admired you, even when we were kids, because of the way that you carried yourself, and then I would see you, and you were always so vibrant, and you owned your personality. I always admired you. And I've been following you for a long time. I'm sorry, but I don't mean nothing by this.
Yeah.
But like I say, you never know what a person's fighting, and I always would ask God to, let you be very successful because I saw your tenacity, I saw your consistency, and even though you had all of this on you, you still found a way to fight through. And
this is in the middle of peak season at UPS. So I was leaving work and going straight to the hospital. And my mother, something ended up happening with my mom at the same time. So I was leaving from one place, and my brother. I found out my brother had cancer. So it was like, it was just a lot going on. And like, I was fighting through all of that. And again, we're talking about peak season at UPS. It's not easy. And so I'm working 50-some hours a week, and then having to leave work and then go to the hospital and spend the night at the hospital with my daughter and my mom. And it was just so much. And I'm the oldest child, so my sister was coming up and she was handling a lot of stuff with my mom, so I could be there for my daughter. And during that time frame, like after that, I just needed to like rest and sleep. I was tired. Like that was the first time that I ever rested in 20-some years.
Because you never know what people are going through. And be on Facebook, social media.
And I'm so glad
You never know.
I'm so glad to know you in that aspect, and even to be able to admire you from afar, because that just solidified what I saw in you.
Yeah.
And when I saw this book, when I saw that you dropped this book, I saw that it was coming.
Yeah.
And when I saw that you dropped it and I saw this cover, I say this embodies who she is. It's like I could see you. Without even opening the pages, I already knew. I felt it. And that's why I share it every day. All day.
She
I don't
does.
care.
I appreciate
I share it everywhere. Who want to see? Y'all gonna see this today? Because, and I didn't even know why my heart just was like that. And I said, she gonna think I'm so weird because I'm just all over her. Like, I'm just sharing your stuff like that because I see it.
I didn't. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you a lot of things. So each one of you all have helped me in so many different ways before this anyway. Like Blue, like even taking pictures with you, and you just like, come on, what we doing? And it's like, I'm like, okay. Like every time, like he said, it didn't feel like work. It's just like fun, and then it's like it's a beautiful work of art. and then Crystal.
Don't cry.
Y'all double team.
Don't-
Y'all,
Yeah,
y'all,
we like the
cry.
Doberman twins.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
it.
we both. yeah, like
That's
she.
rocking and rolling right
Right,
there.
like the marketing, the ideas and stuff like that. When it comes to certain things, like it was that was just amazing to me. And Princess, girl, you've been strong since I met you. Even when you was being feisty. And every time I saw you, had a smile on your face, and you was like, "What's up, girl?" You know what I'm saying? Right.
It's that subconscious.
Right. And then even when we were talking about the books, and you was like, "Drop it," you was like, "I can't wait," and stuff like that. I was like, "Yes."
I'm on it.
Yeah.
I was on it. I'm like, listen, because I knew she had something to say. I know she has so much more to say.
I was
And
so
I'm
quiet for so long.
I'm waiting for all of it because the words that you didn't say, you began to express it in your look, in your art. You can hear you. Like I was telling you guys earlier, I love art. I love people. I find art in everything, you know. So when I would see you and you would wear these bold colors and you know, and you didn't mind like express wearing your natural hair. You didn't mind in the place, especially in the South, early '90s.
Yeah, because I ain't care.
A dark skinned sister wearing her real hair. You know what I'm saying? That was shunned upon and it was laughed at, and you owned that space and you made us see you. You know what I'm saying?
Analytics.
Listen, I love to celebrate my people.
Yeah.
Listen, I was talking about you when you were in there.
Yeah.
I love to celebrate my people, and especially those that operate in integrity and our silent warriors, because maybe that's the battle. If my children, I don't know if y'all ever see me again.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. With everything that I've ever done, like because I've been. There was times I wanted to give up multiple times. Even during this book process, like I paid people to do stuff for this book, and they didn't do everybody didn't do what they were supposed to do, and I had to do it myself. And then the fact that I had other people that were holding me accountable for different things, and I was okay if they talked to me a certain type of way. It was like, hey, you know, and I'm like, it didn't bother me too much because I needed that. And it was, you can do this. They kept saying, you can do this. You don't need anybody else. Like, why are you paying somebody else? And I'm like, I was paying somebody else because, you know, that'll give me more time to do what I need to do. Right, that I need to be able to do other stuff. And it was like, you don't need to do that. You need to, and I was like, oh my God, in my mind. So I paid somebody to actually lay out my book. They didn't lay the book out. And I ain't hear from them anymore. I don't know what happened to them. I'm still very concerned about the person. So I had to do it myself because I had to save face for me.
Come on.
And I was mad. I was like, they keep trying to tell me I need to do this by myself, and I can't do this, and I don't know what I'm doing. And then I'm laying the pages out the whole time. And look, I went to school for graphic design. I didn't even. And then so I'm mad because I have to do all this stuff, and I got other stuff I need to do, and all this and the third. Laid the doggone book out. It was like, here, is this right? And they're like, girl.
You did it by yourself.
Right.
It's totally
but it's from her.
Yeah, and I'm thinking
From her perspective about her.
But you know what? That's the hardest thing for people to do, to show up for themselves.
See what I'm saying?
Because how many websites done and who still got a landing page?
I'm gonna talk about it.
Oh, we gonna talk about that in a second. Listen.
I got the domain,
That's done. Right.
The landing page out there.
We be doing stuff for everybody else and not nothing for ourselves. And this is the one thing that over the past 2 years, the universe is like, hey man, you finna do this for yourself, and you gonna stop all that crying and everything else. Shut the fuck up. It trust the process.
Process.
Right. So did the book. Started to get it published, and something was wrong. I had to figure stuff out myself. I was like, dang, I paid somebody to help me. They couldn't figure. I was like, what?
Amazon situation.
I'm like, right, you already.
Amazon.
They got frustrated, got mad because the stuff wasn't working right. And I was like, what is going on? And I think the universe, and this is something that she didn't experience either. So it was like, the process was like, you finna figure this out. And I was like, ah! So I had to figure it out myself. And I did. And I published my own book.
And then there was the album.
And guess what? I'm finna publish some more. I done published a journal. I published two journals.
The journal.
I got a journal. Right.
The album.
Oh.
And I was sitting there like, wait a second. In my creative brain, I'm sitting there typing, I'm working. And I go on my phone. You know, I can check your phone. I look. I say, ooh, I'm working. She can package that and do a promo package and send it to this studio and send it to that. In my mind, I was already put it together, and I was like, she gonna think I'm so weird when I send her this message and
I did
her on Facebook.
I'm weird
and
too.
I'm like, she gonna think I'm so nuts, and I don't want to overstep. You know, I like to respect people's boundaries. I knew, I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, and when you came to the book launch, I was like, I gotta tell her. Mm-hmm. This is it. I gotta tell her. You know, because this is divinity. But you are such a powerful person.
Thank you.
You are such a powerful person. You are so dynamic, and what they like to say, multifaceted.
Yeah.
You know that diamond is like a multifaceted. When you have a multifaceted diamond, you know how expensive that is. Mm-hmm. You know, and you have surpassed so many eras in this city. Mm-hmm. You know, and I just expect to see something so great from you, and it's just a pleasure to talk to you and get to know you all over again. This all-encompassing woman, you know. And then I watched your show, and this beautiful lady over here, that was the first time seeing, but girl, you are so funny.
Oh, thank you.
I'm really goofy, and you just
I've been goofy my whole life.
and you're so raw with it, so it's loving.
Right.
Oh, I never heard that.
Write
it down.
It is. People don't respect the truth. Here, girl.
Princess Booker said.
So the crazy thing about it is even with me doing the album, the stigma of everything is like, I was like, well, a lot of times I wanted to make sure that I protected myself and protected my name, but when you go through times, like I could have been a recording artist a long time ago, because back in the day I was rapping. We rapped. As a matter of fact,
I remember you
Friday at the Rock. Friday at the Roxy.
And it's making me remember.
on the radio.
We was rapping.
Yeah, I was rapping back in the day.
Oh my god.
and the thing about it was,
she was on my mixtape.
Right, and because I was rapping and stuff, I wanted to make sure that I was like, I'm not. They're not finna classify me as this and the third because I'm rapping or going to the studio. So I made it my business not to, be in that type of situation. So,
because you was like one of the first ladies in the city in our age group that were going to studios, met with men, and then putting down tracks. I thought you were singing the whole time until I heard the song on the radio, and I'm like, "What's she singing?" But I remember that.
But I was.
But I used to be in the street.
Because and the funny part about it is I was singing back then. I sang too. But I was rapping more.
Wow.
And so then when I got back, and now I was like, well, I don't want nobody to say nothing about me being in the studio or anything like that. So I always like to have closed sessions. But then it got to a point where I'm like, I'm actually creating. I'm going to work like anybody else. So it got to a point where I would, certain things would be said or whatever, and I'd be like, the fuck?
Who cares? I said, so you know what?
I said, at that point, I was like, I don't care what anybody has to say about me, because I know who I am, and I know that what I'm doing is going to touch people's lives. I'm not out here selling nothing. I'm not trying to get over on people. I know that I've worked so hard on myself to bring myself out of certain spaces so that I can be a blessing. I can, my words can be something, that my tenacity and everything else can be something with somebody else. So I really put my heart and soul into these things, and I don't care what anybody else say about any of that, because, and I appreciate y'all on my journey, and that's why y'all here, and that's why y'all got that vacation.
And this is such a powerful sit down.
And you're gonna get your.
I'm going Tasha.
I ain't going Tasha.
I'm just saying, Tasha always say we don't never spend time together.
Oh, yeah.
So, bam, we going on vacation. And I'm going to get my own
You, brother, you know, just keep doing what you're doing and follow your passion and stick to anybody that comes in front of you. If they don't know who you are, they will get to know who you are when you have a conversation with them. Because I will learn. Look, Bruce Leroy, the master, you got the glow, brother. You know, and it's in your touch on your work. You know, and just keep doing that. And this is Duval from the bottom to now we here. You know,
right. You too though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Listen, we've been out here a long time, but you guys. Listen, you guys were out here entrepreneurs when everybody was so afraid. You know, nobody, y'all were young.
I had no choice.
We jumped off the porch like, what's up?
Y'all were young. And everybody else was trying to get a job, a 9-to-5 at Hardee's and, you know, CNA's. Girl, I could never do the CNA thing. That's another story.
But Charlie's.
You know, that's how I met Bernicia. She was working with a multi-level marketing company.
Yes!
Yeah, that's how I met you in a parking lot.
That was
Yeah, and she gave me like a flyer or pamphlet.
Yeah,
of course.
Was it Noni Juice or?
No, it's Limu. It was Limu.
Was it like a finance thing?
Limu Moy, baby.
Limu Moy. That's
John, what's his name?
Limu was good, baby.
Colbert. Jason Tolbert. You was working with him.
Yes, that wasn't with Limu though.
Yeah.
That was with Limu? No.
That was with the water filters.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was a finance. But you did all of them though.
She was out here, and she was not afraid. You know, she was a young woman with a big heart. You know,
hey,
yeah.
But how many times have I made fun of you for that, but not really making fun of you?
Girl.
I'm like, so what Benicia do? I'm a notary. What else do you do? I'm a real estate agent. What else do you do? I'm a cab driver. I do Uber. What else you got? I got a semi truck.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
oh yeah, you delivered food to me.
I did.
What don't you do would be the better question.
Right.
So the reason why I was doing all those things because I always felt like there was no way that I could not make any money. So I got all these certifications. I got all these certifications because I was like, okay, first of all, I don't want nobody to act like they know way more than me because some people will talk to you and try to make you feel stupid. And I was like, oh, you're not gonna make me feel stupid. I'm gonna learn everything I can.
And I'm gonna come right back at you.
Right.
And
but one of the things that I did lack during that time was a mentor because nobody wanted to mentor me because they looked at me as their competition. And I was like, dang, that's kind of messed up. And they was like, hey, it's the world.
And I'm like, men that mentored me. It was tough being a young woman, you know, trying to get, hey, sis, you know, and even with the Mary Kay thing, I tried that, and I'm just like, listen, I just started wearing makeup till I was like in my 30s.
Who didn't want that pink Cadillac?
Girl, I was trying to get the pink Cadillac, and I was trying to get the nice eyeshadow, you know, that they had on.
I didn't like the way the women was looking, so that little eyeshadow I was like, oh, I don't like that.
They looked like they were so successful, and I wanted it, you know. And so I was like, I want to look, you know, they got the blazers on for real, so I was like, try to learn.
Oh, they was making some money, too.
They were making listen, one of the first millionaires, and Mary Kay lives here in Jacksonville. Her name is Andrea Scott.
Okay.
She was in her 20s when she became a millionaire selling through Mary Kay.
So let me tell you something about this,
I want
though.
to be that.
When we're talking about, so the fact of when we talk, let's talk real quick about the multi-level marketing. Multi-level marketing has created the most millionaires because of the fact that if you really think about it, multi-level marketing, how do you get business?
Through other people.
Through other people, right? And everybody. Right, and sometimes those people get paid, sometimes they don't, right?
Yeah.
How do you learn about good movies and stuff like that?
Learning on social media.
Yeah.
Right, through people. Right. So just imagine on social media, like what they're doing right now. We're putting out content, right? They're paying us pennies on the dollar. And then where's what happens? You put out content,
I share, you share, you share. That's multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
It's multi-level marketing, and the only person that
Pyramid schemes.
I didn't think
but
about
the
it.
person, but pyramid schemes are only schemes when you're not getting paid.
Getting paid.
But if you get paid or you get a product, that's not a pyramid
Look,
scheme.
don't mess up and show me
Come
no
on,
kind of
teach
payment
us, oh, wise
diagram.
one.
I'm just
Look,
telling you.
You show me a payment diagram and I can follow from this arrow to that arrow. What we doing?
We
Oh,
on the money.
no.
Are we in the desert trying to find water? I
no,
bet.
listen. We can talk.
Go get it.
Listen.
Because the thing is, with the whole, I saw it, I understood the numbers.
Mhm.
I didn't, and that's what led me into accounting. Trying to go out here, trying different things. Who said it? Trying some, I was out here trying different things, and so I understood the numbers, and so I was like, I got the numbers, now I need to get the data. But I didn't have the confidence to open this. So I wasn't gonna say nothing. You might understand all of it.
Like,
Yeah.
what you got?
Okay.
Girl, nothing. But I got the look. Hurry up and buy. So I didn't have the articulation, and I was afraid of my own voice. So I figured I'll work behind the scenes. Let me go to school for accounting, and then I can be,
And guess what? That's chocolate girls, and that's what STEM.
list stamp. You
We
already
need more.
know. We need more.
Scoot over this.
So, and it was that drove me behind the scenes, and it was that pushed me back into the front, because I had become strong and I had mentors.
What happened? I'm sorry. I was laughing at everybody moved but me.
Accounting
Yes.
with Versatile Solutions.
Okay.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
What's up?
Headshots.
With
Headshots.
Versatile
Show.
Solutions.
What? You can be one of the vendors.
You know what?
And
You
I
know
need
what?
to
Let me tell y'all something that I'm about to do. So y'all,
Come on, brother. I'm ready for it.
I was supposed to do my, I'm doing my first gospel radio interview Tuesday, and I'm going to be launching something that I was always afraid to do because I did it for a lot of major companies. I signed NDAs, but a lot of the political campaigns, billboards. I did a lot of behind-the-scenes social media marketing, and I never promoted it. So now what I'm going to start doing is doing a package where I market people, and I'm going to pin your pictures on my profile. I'm going to set up podcast interviews. I'm going to set up radio interviews, and then also I'm going to just give people tips on, I'm going to have a marketing package. Give people tips on how to promote themselves on social media, because I buy. Would you buy Puma? You buy Puma? Okay.
I love them.
And Adidas.
I don't personally eat at McDonald's, but one day I was really struggling with my business when I started photography. Guess what I did?
You ate at McDonald's.
No, I studied Trump and McDonald's.
High five.
Oh, how
High five.
yes, how McDonald's cornered the market, not by selling them the burgers and
Yeah,
the
they
burgers.
sell an
It was
experience.
experience and real estate. That's how they make their money, because
It's real estate.
if you look at where they're located, they buy their whole
lot
lot that they're
They
on,
own it.
and everything that they
can't
make
even go
off
there
there
without
is
having
all
a million
profits.
No,
They check your
Don't think
account.
Trump don't.
No. Well, he got a lot of his stuff.
But
from
that's what I'm saying. If you think about Trump,
he filed
he-
bankruptcy.
no, I'm saying just think about the marketing, about how he promotes
Oh,
himself.
yes, absolutely.
Like,
That's what he. Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
not the best president. He's not the best candidate. He doesn't care about
He's
principle.
not the best
He don't care
businessman.
about being a
Yeah.
businessman. He don't care about color
But his
people.
name
But he
holds.
understands.
His name holds weight.
But he understands.
Not even that. Not even that.
He understands the
Yeah,
bottom
he's
line.
marketing. Yeah, like
Yeah.
He has a message.
Yeah.
Right.
People hold on to messages. I can make America great again. Nobody don't care about nothing else. And,
So guess what? And he has the best strategic. He's a Gemini.
is he?
Trump
Yes.
is a Gemini.
Yes.
Keep telling everybody
So
this
like
is a Gemini.
Kanye.
So
Kanye
yeah,
is Gemini
they're
too.
brilliant people.
Yeah.
So you have to listen to the person that's talking and don't just take it off of what they say prima facie.
Because it's not.
Words
yeah.
have meaning.
Yeah.
Know what these words mean. Just get a thesaurus, a dictionary. It's okay. Read, understand what this and that and thus mean. So that way, when these people are talking to you, you have a seat at the table of understanding and wisdom. And you can you can shuffle through the fluff. So when Trump is talking, I hear exactly what he's saying, but I also understand what he's saying because he's talking money.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
talking
yeah.
real estate. He's talking turn of the century. He's talking about changing the social economic climate.
And
Nobody else is saying
whether that's a good thing for certain people or
People?
not. And the thing about it is, like, what like even with tying all that in, we're talking about words meaning something.
Yes.
A lot of times when I was writing, I didn't actually know how to have conversations with people. So this is
What you
really
mean?
this is really big for me to be sitting here having a podcast because for a long time I would speak in riddles. And only people that really knew me could understand what I was saying.
Really?
Yeah, I would not.
You had a white blazer one time. We were talking, you had your hair pinned up, and I'll never forget that. And I was like, I don't understand what she's saying. She was speaking like she was spitting poetry.
Yeah, and that's how I would talk because I didn't feel like my words were enough. So because I wrote so much, that's how I talk.
I didn't know that's why you were doing that.
Yeah, so my friends, my good friends, we would talk and crack up and laugh, and we would be funny. We would be funny and everything like that. We would laugh and joke, and I would open up with them, but everybody else thought I was really quiet.
Yeah, I don't know who she talking
But
about.
I thought she was saying that. I thought, okay.
Yeah, but she's talking about me being quiet because we always talk, but I was really quiet because I was afraid to talk, and I thought people were gonna laugh at me.
Wow. I have a memory like an elephant. A lot of people don't remember conversations that they had with me or times where we've met and talked. And I'm sitting here like I remember when I was 5 and you were on the swing and you did the backflip went, so I have a great memory. So when you're sitting here saying this stuff, my mind's like,
and I remember the white blazer too.
Yeah, and you had your hair pinned up. It was really nice and curly. And so you was just talking. I was like, is she trying to play with my brain? You should know I do understand what she said because I speak poem too.
Yeah. I like that. And that's
speak expression.
That's what we're saying. But a lot of people don't understand that, and like when I would because of the way that I was raised too, when you start trying to express yourself or how you felt, and your parents will always be like, "Shut up."
Stay in the child's place.
Right. And I'd be like, well,
You got no wants.
They'd be ask a question, and I start answering the question, and they'd be like, you're being rude. Wait, I'm just talking. Like I didn't know how to do it. So every time I would get upset and try to express myself, I would start talking, then I would stop because that was just out of habit. But it's the truth. You ain't got no, you know what I'm saying?
You don't got no right.
Old school.
Come on. You ain't got no wants.
No
You
right.
ain't got no rights.
No wishes.
No nothing. What the hell is we doing here?
Here.
And then I was
I
like,
need to call
and
somebody.
then I just started being rebellious to a certain
people know
degree with my
that?
mouth, though, because I was not the kid to be
I was
sneaking
Martin
out the
Luther
house.
King in my house.
I was sneaking out the house. I wanted to do
Yeah,
that.
I had a whole dream, and I would stand up on Plymouth Rock.
Oh Lord.
I would
Which
get
is the
grounded
count.
so bad because I would try to take
the
over
thing.
myself.
What?
And then I'd be like, I'll be trying to take over myself and
Joe,
myself.
such. Don't you talk to me like that.
Small
Well, who's
brain.
going to say it?
I was this big, and I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, who's gonna listen to me? And
Baby.
why you finishing? Because you already know.
Cause
Small frame, I can see you doing that. Like,
no, my favorite question was, did I ask to be here?
That's my son, and he a Cancer. I be looking at him like
I'm
that.
like, I didn't ask to be.
Yes, you
I
did.
didn't help
You
with your
found me.
responsibility.
You found me. I didn't find you. Found me.
I was minding my business in heaven. You the one called me down here.
Now I gotta go home and look. Like this.
Right. But listen.
This is so amazing, and this is amazing. Y'all some diamonds that came from the rough.
Right.
That went through the process.
You too, honey. Let me tell you
Listen,
something. Because
this is beautiful.
Seeing the fact that you did your book,
Honey.
seeing the fact that you did your book, and then I was up here. I was like, my dumb behind. I'm looking. I was like, dang.
Cancel.
I was like, where is the address to go to the place? And I'm still there. The deleted messages. That's what I was asking. And I was like, oh. And I said, let me click. I started clicking everything, and that's how I found out. I was like, oh, that's why I was late.
No.
So I was late. No, but that's your thing, and that's on your day, so I can't be asking you questions. So I
was
went.
looking for you too.
Listen, that's why I had to show up. I was like, you know what?
And so many people are so happy to see you.
For real?
Yeah. You ain't hear them. They say, that's for me. I was
What?
like,
Look,
and she got shy away to the corner and everybody.
I ain't even smile.
She got shy away to the corner and everybody's whispering your name. I'm like, I know you. I'm like, you didn't hear them?
No.
Girl, the room was whispering your name.
I didn't even. Girl, I was in my own little world. I was like, I want to make sure I was present for you.
feeling like,
I
girl,
want to make
what
sure I was
you
present for you,
Girl,
because baby, your
you
message was on fire. The people that you had speak, I was like, I love this book release. I was like, golly, I just hope that I could have a fraction of this, because it was so, girl, you had to be there. It was so beautiful.
I left the copy.
It was so beautiful.
You left your book on my
It's okay, girl, because I'm gonna get it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get it.
What's your Instagram? I am Buttamilk.
I am ButtamilkB.
She said what she said on her Instagram.
Listen, we gotta have y'all back for the
Yes.
next show, because the next show, because we gotta have our elements for the ButtamilkB show, like how we did that.
We should do a throwback to the street team. That's a place. Look, take them through the process.
Right. Listen, so this is something that we're gonna start doing on our show. We're gonna start doing live brainstorm, the mini brainstorming session. We're gonna talk about each other's business a little bit more.
Not because your brain is little. The
Right,
session.
the session, and we're gonna do it for the people that are here. Right.
Just want to be clear. Disclaimers.
We got some fun elements too. We're gonna have some games and prizes. Oh, we gotta do that last
Well, that's
drawing.
what I was going to say. That.
Yeah, the last drawing. We kind of went over, but hey, I'm sure somebody will get some nuggets out of this.
Nuggets.
Message.
You gotta be from the 90s.
So I'm gonna pull this one.
I think you should just hit it and it whatever fall out.
Like confetti.
Come on, put it in there. Put it
What the? So whatever.
One more time. Y'all ain't see that.
Nah, I'm picking that. I picked one. And
Whoop.
what?
Sorry if you didn't win. Not really.
I'm gonna pick two.
Buy another book.
I'm gonna pick two, cause I'm gonna say something about this person.
Like the lottery.
Oh,
Pick two.
wait, let me put this back, cause I was so close my eyes. Shake it up.
I'm sorry. You would have won. But
Oh, yeah, you got to do it the right way.
Okay, hold on.
it's gotta be chaotic.
You got to do one.
Oh, Carolyn Binion, my auntie.
Hey, go auntie, go auntie, go.
Listen.
Go auntie.
I can say my family be supporting me. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
And that's one of the things I can't be like, nah, I mean, my family don't care about me. My family does care about me, because guess what? My company was actually created. Business Minded Women was created from watching them. They used to set up. My aunts used to set up in the middle of the yard in the country at my grandma's house, and they all would bring their products, and each of them would go shopping at one of their sisters.
I know that's right.
Yeah, they would each
That's
go
why you
shopping
were
at one of
doing
their
it.
sisters.
I know that's
At
right.
their tables. Now, mind you, during that time frame, I'm gonna tell y'all, me and my cousins, we would create dance routines, and we would put on dance routines in the front yard of my grandma's house. And we would get the outfits together. We were all singing. We was rapping, and we was dancing. And we had,
Was
because
this
we
in
wanted.
Alabama?
This was in Alabama. Because we wanted to be artists. We created a demo tape. We had a whole demo tape.
That's true.
I love Alabama,
So-
y'all. I've just got to say that. Birmingham, we show up.
Right.
Birmingham is nice.
Yes.
I live there again.
And this one is for Mr. Orlando Moore. Now, Mr. Moore is one of my mentors, okay? And he actually took the time to get my book. He purchased my book, and then he also got my album and whatnot. Yeah, and but he was mentoring me, and I started going through my process. So I drew away, and I'm a Gemini. It is what it is, and I'm just the person I am. I draw away because I need to
It's not your
get
fault.
myself back together.
It's ours.
It's us.
Listen, he's a 6-figure earner. No, 7. Excuse me, a 7-figure earner. And I just got to the point where I was like, I gotta get me right and together, and then I actually started listening to people. I actually shut up.
What? One more time.
I started listening to people.
Oh, dang.
So
She said that for real.
I did. So I have a couple of people a few people that I actually started listening to, and I saw different results. And there are times where I actually, even during that time,
Y'all gotta humble ourselves.
when you have, it also takes you listening to yourself too.
No, come on. I wasn't gonna
That
say
was
it.
an important time, because
I wasn't gonna say it.
one of the messages that kept coming to me was, you need to stop depending on everybody else and listen to yourself. and
Stop looking outside. Always look within.
right. So when that happened, with listening to them and listening to myself, I was like, okay. So I started evolving and started changing, and I had to evolve, and I had to do that so that I could make it to another level, because I just kept hitting the ceiling. I kept hitting the ceiling. I would make a lot of money. I would make a lot of money outside of a regular job, because I always had a regular job for the most part. I had me a regular job. You know this.
Gotta have that base income
I would have
covered.
the base income,
And then
I
there's
would-
the multiple streams.
and I had got up to 5 streams at one point. So I had stuff. I had a stream of income that was paying my car note. I had a stream of income that was paying like the insurance and the cell phone bill and stuff like that, because I didn't want that stuff coming out of my own pocket.
Okay, that's what credit cards.
Right. So it had got to that point, and then that's when we talk about the process, I lost all of that. I lost all of it when I got hurt.
That's security.
But coming back is important. So enough preaching. Cause listen, so let's go over these names again real quick.
Yes,
Okay.
that's my name.
You got your name. Excuse me. So this was, what is your name? You said you didn't think you was gonna know?
No, this is his name.
That's his. Okay, that's
Okay.
yours. So all the names again.
Tika. Wait.
What?
Tara.
Yes.
Tara Edwards.
Uh
The
huh.
R is like a K, sorry.
Latasha Gaines.
Have
Yes.
Orlando Moore and Carolyn Binion.
I don't want to say it for me.
Shy Club.
Shy Club.
Shy Club.
I love this name though. It's really beautiful. Shy Club.
Yes.
pretty.
Yes, it is.
It rose.
It's like you said, like a sparkle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So we're gonna go ahead and close out. We appreciate you all being here. We appreciate our guests being here. We're gonna come back again, and thank you all for your time. And y'all be great.
Yes.
Listen.
And buy
shout
the
out to our
book.
sponsors.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
buy the book.
Buy the book.
Follow the page.
Buy the book.
And holla. Bye.
Yes.
Have fun tonight, y'all.
And this is
Likewise.